This week's Dvar Torah is dedicated by Yoshua Razi and his mishpacha, very, very dear alumnus of the Yeshiva, for continued hatzlacha to his beautiful, beautiful family. Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week in Eretz Yisrael, we're learning Parshas Beha'alotcha. In Chutz La'aretz, we're learning Parshas Naso. And we also just finished an amazing, amazing year in Mevaseret. Baruch Hashem, tremendous hatzlacha. We saw tremendous growth in the boys. So to perhaps tie in a message I share with the boys, I do at the end of the year, linked to these two parshas. We're told in Parshas Beha'alotcha that Bnei Yisrael is on the move. Al pi Hashem yachanu, al pi Hashem yisa'u. And that's really what Naso is all about as well, getting ready for hopefully what's going to be an entry into Eretz Yisrael, which perhaps is not actually going to happen, is not going to happen because of Averos that were done, but this is the plan. Al pi Hashem yachanu, al pi Hashem yisa'u. So given that mission statement, given that plan, so Chazal tell us that we know there's a malach on Shabbos, there's a Gemara in Shabbos Daf Lamed Gimel, that there's a malach on Shabbos called the malacha of soter. We're not allowed to destroy things on Shabbos, one of the malachos, but that's a destructive malacha. So in order to be chayiv, it's soter almanas livnos. It has to be a stira that is on the condition of building. And not only that, but Rav Yossi says it has to be soter almanas livnos bimkomo. It's not just you're going to destroy and use those materials somewhere else. You have to you're destroying and using those materials, or you're using the space, you're using that place to go ahead and build something even better in its place. Soter almanas livnos bimkomo. Where do we learn malacha soter from? We learn it from these parashas. Al pi Hashem yachnu, al pi Hashem yisa'u. The Mishkan was disassembled and reassembled. So it's soter almanas livnos. But the Gemara asks, what are you talking about? How can you tell me that's almanas livnos bimkomo? They're moving from place to place. So how is it soter almanas livnos bimkomo? This is a famous question that the Gemara asks. And the Gemara says, since they were traveling, wherever they were going was al pi Hashem yachnu, al pi Hashem yisa'u, kesoter almanas livnos bimkomo dami. It's as if they were rebuilding in the same exact place. But it wasn't the same place. They're moving from place to place. Yet since it was al pi Hashem, it's as if it's the same place. So Rav Chaim Shmulevitz in the Sichos Musar gives a beautiful mashal to explain the deeper meaning of this Gemara. And he says that when a baby is carried by her mother, and the mother goes to the store carrying the baby, the mother goes to visit friends carrying the baby, the mother brings the baby home carrying the baby. So in that sense, the baby is always cradled in the arms of the mother, even though the baby is moving to the store, to the friends, back home. The baby is on the move. The baby is moving places, changing places, but the baby is always being cradled in the loving and caring arms of her mother. Says Rav Chaim Shmulevitz, that is the pshat in al pi Hashem yachnu, al pi Hashem yisa'u. Yes, we were moving from place to place in the midbar. That's 100% true. But it was always under the anane hakavod. It was always under the cradling arms of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And therefore, just like the baby has not really moved, the baby's always in the mother's arms. It's soter almanas livnos bimkomo. It's always in the same exact place, always in the loving and caring arms of the Ribono Shel Olam. And we are sending our Shana Aleph and Shana Bet Talmidim off back to Chutz La'aretz over the next past day or two, next coming days. They're on the move. Al pi Hashem yachnu, al pi Hashem yisa'u. So a success as we move on in life, in whatever station in life we're in, our success is, are we really moving on in life? We might be changing locations vis-a-vis ourselves and the ground below us. That might be a change in location. But what the message of al pi Hashem yachnu, al pi Hashem yisa'u is if we're all moving, if our movements, our motions, our locomotions are all al pi Hashem, then we're not really moving. We're still in place. It's still soter almanas livnos bimkomo. And to go ahead and be moving through life in a manner that we are still in the cradling arms of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's what it's all about. That's the lesson of Parshas Naso, Parshas Beha'alotcha. And that's, of course, a message that we want to impart on all of our Talmidim, the Talmidim that are leaving right now, and the Talmidim that we've had over the years. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.